Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is School City of Hammond Hour, the hour of power, the hour to share all of our goodness that's going on at School City of Hammond. I just very want to quickly thank my school board trustees for all of the wonderful cooperation we had this year. Trustee Kelly Spencer, Trustee Evangeline Stanford, Trustee Melissa Guerra, Trustee Manny Candelera, and we've thoroughly enjoyed our first half semester of working with this incredible, extraordinary administration. And we do know our job is to pour into the next generation of leaders, preparing them for this global market. A tremendous thanks to all of our extraordinary team of educators, all of our teams, our robotics, junior ROTC, Hopper, oh my God, I can go on and on and on. Our athletic directors for not only the wins, but showing our kids and displaying good sportsmanship. So right now, and before I go any further, Karma Weeks, oh my God, our public relations person. She has definitely put Hammond on the map, School City of Hammond on the map. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to our very capable acting superintendent, Mr. Tony Salinas. They have a special show for you today. Take it away, Mr. Salinas.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, community. Thank you very much, Trustee Blake King, for starting your morning with us. We had a very exciting school board meeting last night, and then this morning we're going to continue that excitement. And so typically what happens, community, is we have students who share their experiences within the School City of Hammond, but today we're going to switch it up a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to have some of our district leaders talk about some of the highlights of our first semester and talk a little bit about our goals for the second semester. And so I'm going to introduce some of our directors that we have here. We have Mr. Jeremy Hicks, who is our Director of Secondary and our Area Career Center. We have Mrs. Latera Smith, who is our Director of Human Resources. We have Dr. Denise Eisman, who is our Director of Elementary Education. We have Mr. Tim Seaman, who is our Director of Special Education and our Exceptional Learners. And we have Mrs. Allison Lenzo, who is our Director of our Office of Federal Programs. So they're all going to share a little bit of the greatness that's been taking place here in School City of Hammond. So I will turn it over to Mr. Hicks.
So good morning and thank you. And having the semester one under our belts on the verge and the eve of, I think it's one thing to accomplish semester one, but I think the target goal for myself would be to focus on semester two and beyond. So I think as we reflect on the time that has passed in this short semester, we have done a lot. So I was thinking, like, how do I capture everything without missing anybody? And what is the message to convey? So I think the thing that really strikes me in this season and season of gratefulness and closure is we really wanted to send thanks and gratitude to our community and especially our families for having the trust and support in us. And I think we are really privileged to see the great things that happen. And it's one of those things that if one can say, what were you most proud of in your life? It is one of those things that if you're in education and if you get to see students and see the growth of our leaders, that really puts something to sleep well at night. So I think some of the biggest things that we've done within the secondary setting, secondary meaning middle and high schools, in addition to our career and technical education or CTE settings, is we have really strived to strengthen academic alignment and student support across our secondary schools. So thank you for the community and having faith in us for having our early dismissal days where we can really build the capacity of our teachers and students. And really, we don't take it lightly. We do appreciate that it is a huge burden, and we appreciate and just know that we are using that time wisely, and we are grateful for that. We're not using that not wisely. So we expand our student engagement and program access. So we have always known the narrative within School City. We have great students, we have great teachers, we have great staff. That narrative is really, really getting out there, and it's not this hidden secret of what's happening in School City. People know now what School City is about, and as we say, we are 10 times better, and we definitely have restored, and we are in that process of elevating. Final thing I want to leave with is there is something to say with investing in our staff collaboration and with our professional growth. We have great people within the School City of Hammond. I think we've really been able to tap in those dynamics that, we have great talent within our district, and we really appreciate the support with our community and our leadership in having the belief in our leaders that we are capable of. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hicks. All right. Mrs. Latera Smith, talk to us about the world of human resources for the School City of Hammond.
Well, most definitely. Good morning, Mr. Salinas and Hammond. I am happy to talk about human resource. I love my department. I just want to give a shout out to the ladies in my department, Mrs. Daisy Hernandez, Miss Becky Apshire, Miss Donna Cooper, and our newest member, Miss Laura Meza. They're doing amazing work. We are onboarding daily. Bringing new talent into Hammond, and that we're really proud to do that. I want to also give a shout out to our building administrators. We do have summers off for our buildings, but they have been working this past summer, really trying to attract the talent to their school and to our corporation. So even though there is a teacher shortage within the nation, we're going strong in Hammond and getting some new talent here, and we're really, really proud of that. Just to let everyone know that we are bringing back sub-services to the School City of Hammond, starting our second semester. So if you're interested in subbing for the School City of Hammond as a substitute teacher, please go on our Nimble website, which is on our School City of Hammond website, Nimble Access, to fill out an application to substitute with us. We have opportunities from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade, and we're looking to onboard beginning in December. Also, we have all other employment opportunities also listed on our website, so please consider joining us and joining our team. We're going strong here in Hammond, and I'm really excited to announce that to everyone.
Thank you very much. That's right. So if you want to be part of this dynamic team, get in contact with Human Resources and our fearless leader, Mrs. Latera Smith, in Human Resources. All right, so we've heard about our secondary world. Now we're going to talk about our elementary world with Dr. Eisman, our elementary director. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to spotlight all the achievements and future plans for our elementary schools. We have an impressive period filled with academic growth, community service, and outstanding extracurricular success. We're excited to start with academics. Our citywide iRead test scores were improved by over 6.7%, which is significantly higher than the state average increase of 4.8. Noticeably, Jefferson and Edison saw a significant 20% increase in their iRead scores this last year. And this is due to our dedication to literacy supports through the Center for Excellence in Learning through Literacy. They've provided training, and our literacy coaches who work directly with our kindergarten through third grade teachers. And we are monitoring our students' reading progress each week, and we are working towards that future 97% proficiency by 2027. Our schools are also making waves in robotics and STEM fields. Burns Hicks Bionic Bulldogs recently took third place in the table run at the semi-state robotics competition, achieving third highest score among 150 table runs. Wow. They also earned the coveted Peer Award Trophy, which is given to only one team out of more than 50. Recognize their demonstration in the core values of Lego First Robotics, gracious professionalism. The Lincoln SmartBots also performed excellently, taking fifth place in the semi-state competition. Irving Robotics team earned the Rising Star Award at the tournament held at IUN, and we're looking to the future. Franklin is working towards becoming a STEM certified school. Community engagement and service have been huge highlights this period. Franklin Student Council sponsored a toy drive for the intermission, collecting 125 items for families for their Christmas store. They also collected an impressive 746 items during a food drive for the intermission. Lincoln Student Council collected 926 items for the Hammond food drive for the holidays, and Irving students participated in a program called Adopt a Senior, visiting a senior citizen home in Dyer for Christmas. Wow. We've also seen extraordinary school-based events enhancing student culture. Harding hosted an amazing literacy night featuring reading and literacy stations, setting a record for book fair dollars spent this fall, and they hosted their first ever family disc golf night. Lincoln had over 150 participants for their math and candy night, and Irving's Mariachi Paretas performed beautifully at the Hammond tree lighting and were featured in the region news. We celebrate our students' creativity with Lincoln having earned an Award of Excellence in an Art of Merit in the PTSA Reflections Contest. And O'Bannon is promoting positive culture through a campaign like their No Fighting campaign, where students earn whole school rewards, and the Positive Referrals Only campaign, which is encouraging students to turn their behavior around and visit the office as a reward. As for our future events, we look forward to is our Hammond PTA sponsoring our Wizards basketball game that'll be held on January 22nd at the Area Career Center. This event is sponsored by our Kindness campaign, and we're really looking at putting out bullying all across School City of Hammond and just raising the awareness for kindness. So if you'd like to join us, just visit our website and you can purchase tickets there. The game will be held against the Wizards and our outstanding staff and administrators from School City of Hammond. So thank you so much to our families. We could not do this without you, and our community helpers. I've been in Hammond my whole life, and I couldn't be more proud of the direction we're moving. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Eisman. Those are some great updates at the elementary level. And so as Dr. Eisman mentioned, we're doing a lot of great things with our students, getting them ready for middle school and making sure we're sending them over to our middle school and high schools, not only ready to succeed academically, but also community-wise and socially and emotionally as well. So there's that. We're very excited to welcome Mr. Tim Seaman, who is our Director of Exceptional Learners, and he also has some exciting updates and events that are taking place within his department. Mr. Seaman, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. I'm very excited to be Director of Special Education. I've been in Hammond all my life also. I also was a product of the Hammond Public Schools.
Isn't that amazing? Love that.
As you know, we are a very large district. In the School City of Hammond, we have over 1,500 students that get special services through our department. We have more than 25 programs, over 14 schools. We service students pre-K all the way up to age 22. And we're very proud of those programs and the success they've had. We're also very proud of all the people that deliver those services. Way too many for me to announce or recognize at this time, but we have people that provide related services in OT, PT, social work, etc. So we're very happy with their work. We're very excited with the work they do on a daily basis with our students. I did have something that came across my desk this week that I wanted to share from a former student and parent that had graduated from the Hammond Public Schools. I'm not going to read the entire letter, but I would like to highlight a point. And this is just one example of the great things that happen on a daily basis here in the School City of Hammond. Allison, can you hold this while I get my glasses?
Absolutely.
Father time is waiting. This is from the parent of a student that graduated from Morton High School and also attended Morton Elementary School. And I'm just going to read a brief snippet of this letter. It says, "This letter, I wanted to take a moment and express my deepest gratitude for the incredible dedication, patience, and compassion that was shown to my son. The special education department created a safe, encouraging space where he felt valued, understood, and capable of achieving his best. For example, he was able to enroll in the performing arts program and played football despite having an IEP. Your ability to see each child's unique strength, adapt to their needs, and celebrate their progress is truly inspiring. I've seen firsthand how encouragement builds confidence, how your creativity makes learning, and how your kindness fosters trust." And this particular student just recently graduated from South Suburban College with an associate's degree in construction management. So we're very proud of him and all of our students that have attended Hammond Public Schools. And as I said, this is just a brief example of the many great things that go on in Hammond every single day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Seaman. I got a little teary-eyed with that story. You just never, ever know the impact that we have after these kids leave the School City of Hammond. And I want to say just thank you to the parent who reached out to let us know how impactful our services have been to her and her students. So thank you for sharing that, Mr. Seaman. So now we're going to turn it over to Mrs. Allison Lenzo, who is our newest administrator here in the district. She is well, I'll let her tell her story about her journey here in Hammond. But Mrs. Lenzo, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your new role and how excited you are to be in that role?
Absolutely. Good morning, City of Hammond. Thanks for having us this morning. My name's Allison Lenzo. I am now the Director of Federal Programs with the School City of Hammond. I grew up in Hammond. My dad was a Hammond fireman. My mom was a crossing guard. I student taught here, and then I did subbing, and then I was a teacher, principal, and now I'm a director. So I'm extremely proud and excited to continue this journey in this wonderful city. With the School City Hammond Office of Federal Programs, we've had a lot of work under our belts. We had our first state audit on site, so it was 4 months in, and I got to have my first on-site audit. But it went really well, and our team came together to make everything, work out well in that area. I'm extremely proud of our PACT program over at the Early Learning Center and the Early Learning Center in general. They're really coming together as a community with our special education preschool as well as Head Start and PACT. And we had recently had one of our PACT teachers open a bookstore for all of the early learning children. It just opened this week, so we'll have to do a visit. But Miss Companion did an amazing job. She and her aide got everything ready there. We had tons of donations. And so every preschooler gets to visit the bookstore once a month, and they get to take a book home to make their own classroom library. So that's one area that we're really proud of. Another thing that will be opening soon, second semester, will be our Hammond Family Resource Room, which will be at the Columbia Welcome Center. And this resource room will have daily essentials for families in need. And our wonderful liaison, Kelly Patterson, came up with this idea. So we'll be moving forward with that. And besides that, I've been working closely with our non-public schools. People don't always realize, but I actually work with 26 schools, not just the 13 in Hammond. So that was actually something new for me as well. So I've been visiting our non-public schools who also receive support through Title I, II, III, and IV, and our special ed. So we've actually held some meetings together as a team because we all work together for the benefit of all students in the city of Hammond.
Thank you, Mrs. Lenzo.
You're welcome.
And so, as you've all heard, we've got some amazing leaders. I'd like to ask the team here, how many of you have been building principals in the School City of Hammond? Raise your hand. All the hands, myself included, right? And the reason I highlight that, Trustee Blake King, is because I think it's important that every person in this room today has been in the seat of a building principal. That's an interesting perspective to bring when you come over to the district office, because, again, it's important to never forget that seat and that perspective that we bring. So thank you all for your journey. As you can see, our leaders have a long history in Hammond and are very much invested in Hammond. I myself began my career in Hammond when I was 23 years old, and I just turned 50. And so I've grown up in Hammond and have been here the entire time, and I'm very proud to still be here. Looking forward again to moving to the next semester. So directors, is there anything that you would like to share to with our community, with our parents, regarding instruction or anything that they can do to help their students be successful, or perhaps any tips as our students are going to be at home over these 2 weeks during breaks? Is there anything that they can do or families can do to help our kids during these 2 weeks?
Well, in getting ready coming back, we might be having some snow called, and we'll be doing some synchronous learning. So if you have an extra spot on your guest list or gift list, a Chromebook, they're on sale right now, might be a good thing to purchase.
There you go.
As we will be doing some synchronous learning. And I know that Mr. Hicks talked a little bit about our calendar. We'll be sending home, we're creating our calendar. We will be sending home surveys to parents to get your input about the half days, to get your input on the calendar. So be looking for that information coming home pretty soon.
Thank you very much. Who mentioned the Wizards? Was it Dr. Eisman that mentioned the Wizards?
Yeah.
So the Harlem Wizards will be coming to Hammond, again, I think on Thursday, January 22nd at the Civic Center. And we are going to be looking for volunteers, for people to be cheerleaders, and to actually be part of the game.
Cheerleaders, no, hold off. That's my spot.
Okay.
That's me and
All
Trustee
right.
Stanford's spot. We already have our uniforms. So look out. We're going to be in red and white, and we're going to be kicking these legs as high as they can go. I don't know how high, but we're going to try it. Go ahead.
So we got a taste of our vintage cheerleader at our convocation. So am I hearing you say that she's making a comeback? Is that
Making a comeback.
comeback? And so it's gonna be a great time again. It's not about skill, right? Because I don't know about you, but you don't want to see me in a basketball court, but I'll be out there because again, it really is just about having fun with the Harlem Wizards and our kids, and just making sure that we send the message that we can all be friends and there is no room for bullying in the school city of Hammond. I think a lot of administrators, teachers, and also people from the city are going to be joining us in that effort. So we're looking forward to that. And we want to send a shout out to Trustee Guerra from the PTA and our school board, who was really instrumental in this effort. So with that, so Trustee King, any comments or questions for our directors?
Well, we know Mr. Hicks really wears two hats.
Yes, he does.
And he needs to talk about all of those wonderful things that has happened at the ACC.
Oh my gosh, we have been on the road all semester, Trustee, haven't we? All semester.
So it's a great thing that's happening within our secondary schools, and one thing I want to add is it's never too early to start thinking of secondary or even CTE, and I think if there's additional thing I want to get to our audience is there's a lot of information that I think building the knowledge and capacity of our community is paramount within us, because it is confusing. And I would say as a parent, it is confusing having educational background, the ins and outs of secondary, elementary, middle school, and even post-secondary or career. It is difficult. There's a lot of jargon, there's a lot of terms and information that is communicated that, as educational leaders, it really is up to us to educate our community. And I think with that, we see all the tangible things, definitely within the Hammond Area Career Center, within our secondary schools, Hammond Morton High School, Hammond Central High School, Eggers Middle School, and Scott Middle School. And I think with those communities, collectively, I think hands down, I would put our team against any team, meaning school districts, not night or day. And I think some of the great things that people may not know is within secondary, we have an opportunity with the Indiana High School Athletic Association to offer an officiating class for our students, that we are one of a few districts within the state that are taking that initiative to produce more officials and educate our students to be adults in the community. So I think that's one great initiative. Just last night, our culinary program was preparing for regional and state competition, where they have to narrow down which students can make it to the competitions that eventually to state and nationals. Our radio and TV broadcasting, we had kudos to our radio and TV broadcasting program that did a spot for, if you did not know, we have a Northwest Indiana rugby team, and they did some collaboration with that, even events that are at the Munster and Performing Arts. They're doing media spots and whatnot. Early childhood program. Our students come out with a certification to work in a daycare setting, and right now they're gearing towards semester 2 of getting those hours to be credentialed, our second years. And one of the funnest things that come about this time is our students, they take home simulated babies over the weekend. So it's one of those funny stories. And these are the things that I talk about, that, it is a privilege and honor to see these things, where last year was my first experience of seeing students with carriers. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is something that, was different. You don't see a whole classroom full of carriers, but they have simulated babies that are their settings, and they cry, and they give, what they need. And it's up to that student to give the need. So it's funny. I had more of a knowledge base this year, but last year the students went home on a Friday, and they came back Monday, and every morning I tell the students, good morning, how's it going? And I ask the question, how was it? And you should see the experiences. And it definitely, I would say, it was a real life learning experience for our students. And those are the things that I think you can't compete with. And really is a feather in our cap, is the experiences that we provide are definitely far and above what I think any district can offer. We're very unique. We have students that are out there in the workplace that you may not even realize. We have students that are doing internships, getting work-based learning hours, are receiving scholarships, are receiving signing deals to attend colleges, are scoring well in our national and state assessments. I think those are the real things that if you would create a list of these are the top 10 things, easily you would come up with a list. If you say 100, you would continue that list, and it just goes on and on. That we continue to share our good story. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hicks. Yesterday, we had the pleasure of being in some of our buildings, and one of the things that we noticed was a genuine connection between teachers and students. We walked the halls of Morton High School, Scott Middle School, Harding Elementary, and again, I'm ashamed to say this. I thought, hey, this is the last week of school before winter break. We're going to see chaos. We're going to see, and all we saw was engagement, but a true, genuine love between students and teachers. And I've got to give a shout out again to the middle school students at Scott, to the administration at Scott. There was just a genuine sense of kids want to be there. Parents want to be there, and the administrators want to be there. Shout out to the Scott parents at the drop-off line. They were just, I kept looking and thought, wow, is this being recorded? It was just so smooth and so safe. And the kids got out of the cars and were saying good morning to Mrs. Weeks and myself. I just couldn't say enough about those middle schoolers. So I was just so proud and so happy to be at Scott yesterday morning. So kudos to them. Any other updates or final thoughts from anybody on the team?
Just one more thing when we talk about winter break. It's a 2-week break, so make sure that you're reading every day. Just 20 minutes. You could be on your tablet and read something, but reading is so important. So parents of those littles too, make sure that you're taking the opportunity to take a little bit of time out of your busy schedule just to read nightly. It makes such a huge difference to read every day with your little ones from birth to 8. Building that up essentially from birth to 8 is really going to help your child to be a successful reader later in life. So over break, please continue to read.
Thank you for that tip. That's really important. Want to make sure that our students keep reading.
And Mr. Salinas, please share with the audience about the app winner, Congressman Mervan's app winner.
Absolutely. So we have a student at Morton High School, Josue, one of our students, Josue, who entered a competition, a congressional app competition with our U.S. Congressman Frank Mervan. And lo and behold, he won the competition, and he was honored at the Challenger Learning Center with our partner Laura Bates and Congressman Frank Mervan. And then he was also able to articulate his app to our trustees at the Makerspace evening when you met him. And so not only did he have technical skills, but he also had the articulation skills to articulate what he did and why he did it. And one of the things that he shared with us was that him being part of the robotics team was one of the turning points for his education in the school city of Hammond. Didn't he share that with us, Trustee?
Absolutely. We had the opportunity of meeting with 7 students. And when they initially made the request, Mr. Salinas said, oh, my God, what's going to happen here? But those young folks really spilled out their heart to us as to why they're in School City of Hammond, how it's benefiting them. But this particular young man said, at one point, trustees, I got a little bored. And it wasn't for robotics, I might not be here. And as a result of that, he is now the winner of Congressman Mervan's congressional app contest. And I have to do a shout out to Linda Twinkle, who sent me the information, and I immediately sent it to Mr. Salinas, and he passed it on to our extraordinary principals. And this is what happens when you work together. And that's what we do as a team. When somebody finds out something that's going to be good for our kids, they connect with Mr. Salinas or any one of our educators, and we get on it ASAP. We don't sit on things that we know is going to benefit our kids. So again, it's a big shout out to Linda Twinkle for sharing that information with us, to this young man, and he will be on WJOB next year with his instrument. And I tell you, when I looked at that instrument, it is huge. And I understand he also has the ability to get his own patent on this particular instrument. So we are so proud of him and so proud of what our extraordinary educators are doing for our students. And it's exceptional. And I also want to do a big shout out to you, Mr. Seaman. Our exceptional special ed department has really soared under your leadership. And again, I was so amazed when I went to the the Hopper PTA event, and to the Market Square when our exceptional learners excelled. And one of the young men made me a desk marker, and I showed it at the board meeting last night. And we're going to highlight him too, because our exceptional learners, they are absolutely incredible. And they too need to be showcased, and their talents need to be shared with the public. And it's a tribute that to our educators who pour into these children, and because they know they need a little extra and they can do even better. So again, Mr. Seaman, we really applaud you for restoring that department to such a high degree. And I compliment and applaud each and every one of you sitting here today, because you have definitely made a difference. I know Mrs. Smith taking HR was like, oh, not HR. But you took on that task. God, my Lord, we knew what layers of I won't go there, but layers of stuff we had to go through to get to this point today. I mean, we are moving in the right direction. To the public out there, we care about your kids, and that's why we put good people in front of you. Have we done everything perfect? Of course not. But when we find out there's a flaw here and there, we immediately address it and fix it. And that's what we do at School City of Hammond. That's why we feel we are 10 times better. That's why we know we are restoring and elevating. And we will continue to bring the best personnel to our district, because we know we have these young folks to pour into and to prepare them for this mean global world that they're about to face. But we know they're going to go out there strong and relentless, because they have been prepared. And we appreciate each and every one of you today. So, Mr. Salinas, what else can we share?
We just want to take a moment to thank our staff, our teachers. We wish everyone a safe and enjoyable holiday break. We have a few more days this week. The 19th is our last day, and we hope everybody enjoys their break, stay safe, get some rest, and we'll see our teachers back on Monday, January 5th, and our students return on Tuesday, January 6th. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you.
And on behalf of the board and our acting superintendent and our administration, we say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I send you love. And when we break down love, it equates to kindness. And that's part of our kindness campaign. So we wish you all the love, all the kindness. We are learning to be patient. We are learning to endure. We are going to provide your children the best education that's out there to garner. So on behalf of School City Hammond, let's all say it in unison. Can we say it? Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.